What is going on, everybody? It's Seth with MK Carpet Cleaning. We are in Greensboro, North Carolina, Friday, August 21st. And this is a 3-bedroom home in Greensboro. It's a rental property. The rental property management group called us to come in to clean these carpets. They had me first go by a day or two before to check out the carpets to see what kind of condition they were in. And I told them, I said, they're in pretty rough shape, especially this bedroom in here. Um, just walk in here and I'll talk while you look at it, and you can just tell. I don't know what was going on in this bedroom, but it was 10 times dirtier than the other rooms. And there's all kinds of pink stains. I'm assuming probably from Kool-Aid or some type of red drink. There's black stains. There's black spots, there's orange spots, there's yellow spots, there's just all kinds of stuff. And this room in here wasn't as bad, um, but it was still in pretty rough shape. The camera doesn't do it justice. Originally I thought this was polyester because of the wear patterns, but as we begin to see some of these stains, it became apparent it might not be, so we went ahead and tested it anyway, and ended up being nylon, which was kind of interesting. And so it cleaned up pretty well in most of the areas. Obviously that one bedroom did not come back 100%, but it looks a ton better. I'm telling you, a lot better than it did before. But anyway, this is the products that we use for this. You can tell there that it's not my traditional Sager's blue that I'm using. This is UltraPac Extreme. I wanted to test it out again. They sent us a sample to try out, and it does pretty good. Um, Again, this is nylon, so it cleans up pretty well. I think I have a carpet coming up tomorrow that's going to be polyester, and we'll try it out again on it and see how it does. But again, we were impressed with the product. It does well. It's a high pH, and I know a lot of guys just let it naturally neutralize itself, but we always like adding, anytime we go above a 10, adding a fiber rinse to it. We use Prochems all fiber rinse. We added that to it, and it has a nice fragrance to it, and it also makes the carpets really soft the next day as you're walking through. It helps prevent wick back. So again, that's one of our favorite products. We tend to use that anytime we go above a 10 pH. Again, just because of those factors that I just mentioned. And here's Jaden. He's in one of the bedrooms using the CRV. I told him I was going to take the camera off of me putting the pre-spray down and have the camera showing him using the CRV, because most people prefer to watch the CRV than they do pretty much anything else. And you can see right there just all this gunk that it's picking up. At first he was picking it up and putting it in the garbage bag, and I think he began to realize that was going to be an endless cycle, so he just started leaving it. And this would have been a good time to leave the trays on. We usually leave them off, and I should have realized that. I should have went and grabbed them and put them on, but by this point we were too deep in it. But again, you can just tell how well these carpets are looking, because again, they're nylon versus the traditional polyester that's in a lot of these rental homes. But it's coming up well. And in here was the dirtiest room that we've already talked about. And the amount of hair and debris that the CRB sucked up in this room is just mind-boggling. I told Jaden, I said, whenever you're doing this room in here, make sure you go front to front or front to back and then side to side. I said, just to really get this carpet agitated as best we can, and also to really work in that pre-spray as deep as we can and help break up and suspend some of that soil because this room needed it. And I'm telling you, it was in rough shape. The cameras, for whatever reason, I guess they're just not strong enough, don't pick up everything that you're seeing with the natural eyes you're coming in here. It was bad, but the results, it came out looking really good. We're really pleased with it, and I'm sure the new renter will be pleased with it as well. Hopefully they'll be able to take care of it and look a lot better whenever we come back to clean it again, whenever the next renter moves out. But anyway, like I said, this CRB has been a worthwhile investment, the Brush Pro 10. We were actually looking at a couple of different other type of CRBs, but we chose this one because it gets such good reviews, and we've known guys that have had them for 10 or 15 years and never had an issue with them. So although the price tag was a little steeper than a couple of the others we were looking at, we just ultimately just decided to go with this one. And also we were able to pick this up from our local carpet cleaner cleaning supplier distributor, and we wanted to try to support them as best we can, and also they gave us a pretty decent deal with it too, so we got a little bit cheaper than the base price. Not a lot, but we also got some brown brushes. I believe they're brown for commercial properties. We haven't used those yet, but we have some commercial carpets coming up here soon. We're going to test them out and see how it does on there too. I'm sure it'll do just as well as it does with the residential carpets. But anyway, we'll show some cleaning here in just a minute. In a few minutes, we break out the Rotovac 360i just for this room. The rest of the room, as you can see, he just showed me for a second. I'm in there using the wand just because the carpets weren't that bad in these other rooms in comparison to this one. But for that room in particular, we really wanted to flush it out. And if you could see the tube, it was just brown pretty much the whole room. And we had to go really slow and make sure we flushed it out as good as we possibly could. So anyway, just continue watching, and I'll chime in here and there. And here we are with the 360i. I was showing Jaden how to use it. In a few minutes, he's going to take it and he's going to finish the rest of the room. I'm going to kind of get a little bit of this right side, just talking through him and telling him, what it is I'm doing, what the controls do, why I lift it up on the end to help clear the vacuum so it can suck up a little bit better. But I mean, you can just tell how dirty this room was and just how much better it's looking already. But again, when Jaden took over and he used the 360i, a lot of guys when they first use it, even older guys, they tend to have difficulty with it, getting it going and stuff. But Jaden, he did really well. I was surprised. It took him just a few seconds, and then he was going like he was a pro at it. So that was good for him. Good experience. Get to use it. Kind of justifying when to use it. And showing them just how well it works. And you can see the heat pouring out of the Prochem wand. Again, we cranked the heat up as high as we could get it because we knew we would need it to really work. To clean these carpets up, the 4 parts of cleaning: the chemical, the heat, agitation, and then time. We let this stuff settle, especially in that one room, for a long time, well over 30 minutes to give it time to break up the soil. But anyway, I appreciate you watching, and I may chime in here at the end as we do the final walkthrough. But you want to stay tuned for it so you can see all the carpets and see the difference. We'll post the before pictures as we walk into each room so you can see remember what it looked like before we cleaned it. But again, I'm Seth, and we appreciate you watching.